slating this out? Four?
That's so fucking one brand of everything.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to Having It Made. I am your host, Alexandria Jade. I am so very excited about today's episode because I have a podcast host here with me. And he's a music producer. He's incredibly multifaceted and just amazing things. The one and only SE7EN.
Yes, hello, ladies and gentlemen. What's happening, man? Live and direct. I feel good. I feel better. Like I told you, my energy was picking up. Like as I walked in, so now I feel like I'm at like a. Right now I'm at a 4. I'm gonna let you know when I get to a 10. But when we get to a 10, shit, we gonna be potting.
But we gonna get to a 10. Like,
I'm gonna let
let's
you know.
make it clear.
Right now I'm at a 4 though. We should do like a counter, like at the bottom of the screen, like the 7 energy level. Right now, I'm at a 4.
Yeah. So we were just talking a little bit earlier, and you just came from London.
Yeah. Just hopped off the plane. I'm here now. I had to come here.
Yes.
I had to come here.
You had to come here.
I feel good. It's a beautiful set, man.
Absolutely.
The vibes. I got the incense rolling. I feel that peace.
So tell me a little bit about your trip. Just the time difference, and then with you being here now, like.
Yeah. London really just like a European New York.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's like all the good shit of New York without none of the bad.
Right.
Like the only thing that's bad actually is like their hygiene is terrible.
Oh my god.
Like niggas over there are sickos. Like I can totally see why they got wiped out by the Black Plague. Like it's
really
it's bad. It's terrible over there. Food sucks.
Not the food sucks.
Yeah, food is terrible. It's god awful.
What?
It's god awful. But other than that, fucking love it. It's cool. It's smooth. You know what I'm saying? It was fun to be able to meet my London team over there for Squeeze for the first time.
Yeah, we're gonna get into
it. Yeah. Squeeze in London for everything it's got. Everything it's got. But yeah, that was smooth. It was a vibe, man. I leave in like 2 more days.
Okay.
To actually squeeze London.
Yes.
Yeah. So I just came back home real quick to kind of like reset, get all my necessary, things or whatever, get the rest of my people. We finna fly out.
But I think that's so cool. So not only do you have a team in London, but where else do you see yourself having a team?
Global.
World
domination. Come on.
It's crazy because like I'm sitting here thinking about you saying going to London.
Yeah.
It just reminds me of like Atlanta. Like the whole Amsterdam vibe when they went to Amsterdam. I'm like, and you're just talking about the hygiene and the food.
Yeah. No, they're really nasty over there. And you know what's fucking nuts? They eat baked beans on buttered toast with cheese for breakfast.
Did you have any?
What? No. Hell nah.
You didn't want to try
Absolutely
this for the
not.
culture shock?
Fuck that. Hell no.
What?
No. That was disgusting. And niggas are really like battling me over that. Like, what do you mean you don't eat baked beans for breakfast?
Right.
I'm like, nigga, what do you mean you eat baked beans for breakfast?
Yeah.
So right now I'm at a 6. See how easy that energy picked up?
The culture shock is definitely different.
It's disgusting
I must
over
say.
there. Yeah, they're fucking sickos. But I love London. I love y'all. I do love y'all.
Yes.
Yeah, it's cool.
So Squeeze.
They show mad love over there. Yeah, Squeeze.
Party promoting.
I gotta get away from that term, but I get it though.
Yeah.
Because it's like I don't look at myself as a party promoter.
Okay.
I'm
like I said, you're multifaceted.
Yeah. It's like I'm a music producer who owns a podcast that throws parties through my podcast. And I play the music I produce at the parties I throw through my own podcast.
That is so lit.
Right? So I feel like the word party promoter is so dead to me. I don't know why. But like in all intents and purposes, yes. You know what I'm saying? We throwing parties through our podcast, next level shit. You feel me? Innovative shit. And Squeeze is on tour. First stop London. Squeeze is on tour. You feel me, baby? We get real squeezy in this motherfucker.
Get some tickets to Squeeze with it.
Oh, I can't wait to squeeze the world.
I love that.
Yeah, we got London.
He said he can't wait to squeeze the world.
Oh, yeah, we're gonna squeeze the world. We're going to squeeze the world.
Yes. So tell me just about the audience when you went to London. Compared to Atlanta, you would say.
The audience being what? like just the people of London. London is, how to describe it, man. London, I'd say Europeans, period. Like, that was my first time outside of America, and like, they're real people over there.
Exactly.
And I don't know if that makes sense, but like, our cultural values in America are guns, money, sex, drugs, power. Their cultural values are community, food, cuisine, architecture. You know what I'm saying? It's an entirely different like coding. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So like, because of that, you know what I'm saying, because they value certain things, they operate totally different from us. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they're more human outside of America because we're not, I mean, they're not so consumed by vanity. They look at us as like the blueprint to try to like mimic us to be cool or whatever.
Right.
But because we were literally like forged in this shit, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like we tainted from birth, and you don't even know until you kind of like broaden your perspective in all these various ways of, you know, I think like in stages of like, first you get outside of your hometown, then you've kind of ventured like in a state or other states, and then, you know, you kind of obtain like a global perspective, however that may be, from of course traveling, meeting people, whatever. But it's definitely a difference from like just how people are from across the pond.
Yeah.
But ultimately though, like, humans are still humans, like, no matter where you are. And I think that's the most interesting about traveling for me. Two things is just like observing human behavior,
right,
just like across the globe,
right,
and then also seeing how like different people party. I love that, like to see what people listening to, how they party, like what gets people like moving and stuff like that. Of course, because I done my own party, so I'm kind of like looking at it in a different way. But that's one thing I've always learned, loved about traveling, is witnessing that, like seeing what gets people moving. Because, you know, we in Atlanta, like we're the mecca of all music, you know, really entertainment of the world. So shit moves so fast here. Like we can get so what's the word I'm looking for? Jaded into what's really moving the world, because we think that Atlanta is the world. I mean, and it is, but like it's still like a small circle. Like I say this, like niggas in Vegas are still listening to songs from 2012 like they came out yesterday. You know what I'm saying? And with that, I feel like it also gives confidence for anyone who's listening, music producer, artist, or whatever, to be bold in your creation and to just stick to what you create and push it like, you know, no one else has ever heard it before, because there's an audience for it. And sometimes you got to go outside of whatever, you know, circle you in to get that. But, you know what I'm saying, it's available for you.
So growing up, you always knew that music was your first love?
Actually, yes. How'd you know? Get your homework. She good. She's good. Yeah.
No. But as far as the music,
yeah,
you know, creating pots and pans.
Yeah.
Drums.
Yeah, so I mean, in that way, like, oh yeah, we gonna pod. I like this. Yeah, so looking back, you know what I'm saying, it's definitely like a no-brainer, right? You know, like it was just like connecting the dots in a tree.
Right.
But for literally like most of my adolescence, I was like, you know, ball is life. You know what I'm saying? Up until like I turned like 18.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Went to college. Obviously didn't play on the college team or go to the NBA.
Where'd
you know
you go
what
to
I'm
school?
So I went to West Georgia.
Okay.
Initially, dropped out. Then I went to Georgia State, dropped out again. Best decisions of my life, still to this day. But I didn't find the talent, or I'll say the gift. I'm gonna say the gift, that divine gift of music.
I like that divine.
The divine gift. That's how I really feel, like the divine gift of music, until my sophomore-ish year of college. You know what I'm saying? Cause, you know, kind of to your point, you know how we started off, like, yeah, I had that that gene in me, you know what I'm saying, from like banging in the pots and pans and in the kitchen and playing in my dad's church, and I was in a band, things like that, whatever. But like, you know, once I put all that down in like maybe fifth, sixth grade, that's like 8 years of no instrumentation, nothing. I'm just listening to music just like a regular person. So I didn't even start producing music until like 20 years old, I want to say. And I felt so behind. I was so behind in my mind because like most of my peers at the time, you know, they've been producing since they was like 10. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, but I feel like because of that desire to win in my work ethic, I really like grinded hard. Shit turned me into a monster. You know what I mean? And now I'm here.
Yeah. So what was the album that had you like, okay, this has influenced me to want to produce music?
Friday Night Lights, J. Cole. Yes, I remember listening to that on the way to school, sophomore year, going to Arabia Mountain. I remember listening to Too Deep for the intro for the first time on the school bus at 8:30 a.m. And I remember I was like, this shit is so cool to me. Like, how did he make this? You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people, they hear rappers and like, I want to rap. I was like, how did he make this shit? Like, this shit is different. It's fire. And I downloaded FL Studio. My mom was like, is it gonna give us a virus? I was like, nah, I'm straight. You know what I'm saying? Because back in the day, like, you know, black households, we had like one computer. And it was like, nigga, you give us a virus, you fucking up everybody. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that was my only pushback from my mom was like, is it gonna give us a virus? I was like, no, we're good. We're straight.
Exactly.
No, I was just like, yeah, we're good. So I downloaded it, and that shit was like Chinese to me. And I deleted it in like a week. And then fast forward to like college years again. That's why I say divine gift, because this shit just like came. You know, like, it just made sense, like, just out of nowhere, and the rest is history.
So what I think is so cool about us is my birthday is actually December 7th.
Word.
Yeah. So the fact that
That's
August
fire.
the 7th, and you mentioned, you know, the number is 7. It's all about wisdom and divinity.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we here. We potting. I'm at an energy level 7 right now. No pun intended.
Not the energy level 7.
When we get to a 10, oh yeah.
So did 7 completely come from your birthday being August the 7th?
Yeah, August the 7th, and just, you know, knowing numerology,
right?
Wisdom and divinity as well. And I was like, it's a no-brainer to me. I feel like those are things that represented me perfectly. So yeah, it just made sense. It was easy.
Word.
Yeah.
We got a 7 level.
We got a level 7 right now.
So when you just talk to people, you're like, hi, I'm 7.
Yeah. And they're like, oh my God, you're so cool. And I'm like, oh shit, thanks.
Right. Okay, so you've been podcasting since 2019.
No. I've been podcasting since I had to explain to people what a podcast even was.
Really? Which was
like
what year?
Fucking 16 maybe?
Okay.
Like 16. Yeah, like the pod actually is my greatest, I'll say that's like my greatest career achievement thus far, just because of the time that I put into it so far. Like,
shout out to the Channel 7 podcast.
Channel 7 podcast available everywhere that you listen to watch
streaming platforms.
Podcasts everywhere. And I mean, I started off in the dorm room with like my then friends, stack of books, iPhone in the middle, quality ass, terrible. Like, I'm talking about audio coming in out of one ear, ain't shit on this side. Like, you can't hear us because it's an iPhone in the middle of the room. How is it picking up 4 people trying to talk over each other? We ain't no shit, you know. But I just had a vision ultimately at the end, you know what I'm saying? And I just had like I feel like an ordainment on my life, to be honest with you, to where it was like, even then I knew that my shit was gonna be global. You know what I'm saying? And it was really tripping me out when I first did it, because everyone would always like tell me about my voice, right? They're like, yo, you have such a good voice. Like, I love hearing you, da, 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 da. And I was like, damn, y'all niggas really listening to me? Like, y'all niggas really listening to me. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? And I think
we listen to you in London.
Niggas is really listening to me. Like me. That's crazy. But but yeah, like I just knew that my voice was going to be powerful when people started gravitating towards it and telling me about it, like unprovoked. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, the pod, I've been podcasting for a minute. I rebranded 3 times.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know that. Mm-hmm. A lot of people would quit after the first one because, you know, the podcast lifespan is like, I say like 6 months maybe. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get new podcasts more than you get new rappers. Mm-hmm. And
honestly,
you know what I'm saying? And I don't know, man. I'm stubborn. Honestly, I can't put it no other way. I'm just stubborn. Mm-hmm. You know,
in what sense?
Like, I'm not giving up on my goals. Like, that's it. This is what it is. Like, even with London, like, I didn't know how I was going to London. Like, niggas was that squeezed from London. They was over here. They was at the party. They was like, yo, what the fuck is this? We need this overseas. I was like, all right, done. And then, like, that's just my brain. Like, you know, are you into numerology?
I'm getting there.
You getting into it? Have you learned about master numbers or numerology of like what's your life path numbers?
333 has been following me a lot.
Yeah. So you got life path numbers, which are 1 through 9, right? Mm-hmm. And then you have master numbers, which are 11, 22, and 33. And I have a master number of 22, which is pretty much like, long story short, like the master manifester. Like, people with my life path number, we create reality, and we have a lot of pressure in our minds because, like, we have to get what we see here. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I didn't even know how I was going to London. Like, I never been to London before. I ain't know nobody in London. Like, those 2 niggas was the first people from London I have ever met in my entire life, for real. You know what I'm saying? But it was just like a done. We'll just figure it out along the way. And from there, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I feel like, you know, going back to what I said earlier, like, I feel like everything is like divinely ordained, because how Squeeze London has like came to be, God did. That's the only answer. Like,
and it's happening.
Like, God did, you know. So, what are we talking about again?
We're talking about. Okay,
I'm at 8.
You at 8 now?
I'm at 8.
I love it though. I love it. Okay, we were talking about the Channel 7 podcast. Yes, so tell me about the overall progression, because you said you started
rebranded 3 times. Yes, there it is. Boom. All right, so check. So rebranded 3 times.
Right.
And that's the finest thing to me, is because, like, I would have never, ever been able to, you know, have people listening to me all across the world, let alone be throwing a party in fucking London through my podcast, if I would have quit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
On 1, 2, or 3.
Because if you would have quit, you wouldn't be here.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I think that's just one of the biggest triumphs to the story so far, is just the fact that, like, you know, having that resilience to adversity, the willingness to fail, and the confidence to fail, even, I would say, having that belief in yourself to not quit. You know what I'm saying? The only difference between successful people and people who haven't realized their dreams is they didn't quit. That's
exactly
it. That's literally it.
That's very true.
You know what I'm saying? And there's so many people who are talented, so talented, but they quit. You know what I'm saying? So that's just my thing.
Right when they're about to hit their break.
And you never know. You never know when it's coming. You know what I'm saying? So that's really it. I'm just stubborn. I'm stubborn about my goals.
Right.
That's it.
As you should be, because you know where you're going.
Mm-hmm.
And you know numerology, so you know the path, you know the cheat codes and what.
The cheat codes. I gotta know the cheat codes.
Okay, so as far as your guest on the podcast, how do you typically do your scouting? It's all hip hop, mainstream media.
Yeah.
Sports.
I mean, you just gotta be fire, honestly. Like, truthfully, you gotta be fire. You gotta be compelling. You gotta have some weight to your name. I guess that kind of goes to being fire. But yeah. I mean, that's really. I wanna have enjoyable conversations. Like I remember we was talking like in pre-poll. I don't want to sit down with someone, especially now that it's visual. I'll be damned if I sit down with somebody and then I ask them a question and they're just like, yeah. Nigga, get the fuck out of my house, nigga. Like, go home, bro. What are you talking about? You on Channel 7 podcast. You better act like you got some fucking sense.
It's hard interviewing some short people. But it's the skill set of it all. I mean, you're a conversationalist, so you'll, like, gradually learn how to bring them from a 4 to a 10.
No, I am sick of trying to have struggle pods. You got to be fucked up. We left that back then, all right? I'm still at an 8, by the way.
You're still at an 8?
I'm still at an 8.
Okay, let's get you to a 10.
Let's get to it. All right.
All right. So you have over 40 million streams as a music producer.
Over, yes.
And you produced for Ben Riley, Classic Kel,
Ronnie Do Good. We got a song coming out. We got an album coming out at the end of the summer. We have a single dropping. She Knows, June 2nd. 2023 as well, and then of course my own shit as well.
Yeah, but
yeah, that's the discography at the moment.
Right. So tell me about the creative process for each one of them.
Man,
definitely the freelance Charlie.
Honestly, my creative process varies from day to day.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I get inspired by life and beautiful women. So whenever there's like a combination of both of those things like happening, then they be rolling. You know what I'm saying? And also, more importantly, just the quiet time to be able to process my creativity, which is something I do not have a lot of right now. So I actually haven't even made any music in like fucking weeks. Like, oh my God, I haven't made like no real music. I can't even tell you, honestly, because I've been on, on squeeze shit. Yeah,
squeeze. You out here squeezing.
Life is squeezing me. Yeah, but my creative process is literally like, almost like in a setting like this, what real calm vibes. Lighting is important for me. I need cool, dim lights, and just the freedom, the safety as well.
The safety.
I gotta feel safe in my space.
Yes.
Otherwise, it's like, I'm not that music producer who's like having hella people in the room, strangers and shit. No. That's a really intimate thing for me. Like, the creation of music is like showcasing my soul in real time. You know what I'm saying? So I can only make music in environments where like I feel safe around the people or just the energy and things of that nature. But yeah.
Do we make you feel safe here at
I'm vibing. What's up, y'all? How y'all doing?
Okay. The Hous of Divine EP.
Yeah, ma'am. My first house album. My first one. Yeah, we bringing back the oonts. We need niggas oontsing again.
I love it. So tell me about this EP. What inspired it? Because I want to dig deeper into the visuals, the overall track list. Yeah. How long did you take?
So it was inspired by a really good trip at the Revolt Summit last year. I got some edibles from a young lady.
Like, this is an actual trip.
Yeah, like I was at the summit geeking. Like, I'm talking about, nigga, I had to take a time out near the porta potties because I'm like, nigga, the world is spinning right now. Like, I can't fucking stand. So that was my first time like tripping that hard. like I think maybe ever, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
And it was so cool as an experience. And you know, that was 2022. 2022 was such an amazing year
It was.
for me musically in my career, things of that nature. But one thing I want to always do is be innovative, right? So I'm like, yeah, I know we killing shit in hip hop, but what's next? What's different? How can I keep people on their toes?
Oh.
And especially as a music producer, you want to always have some form of intellectual property that you completely own and control.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So with all these things swirling on in my head, I'm like, what is that thing for me? And then it was like, all right, what type of genre of music can I still like create that's true to me, fun for me, but still achieves all the things that I just said? Oh, house music, boom. Niggas won't even guess it. And when I got home, I was so inspired just from like my mind being so free. I didn't feel like making hip hop, and I made that album literally in like a week, like the whole thing. And I was so anxious. I wanted to put the shit out immediately. I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna do it. And I was like, nah, I gotta chill. I gotta be patient. I gotta do it the right way. You know what I'm saying? So between the months of November to January, about January, from November to January, we crafted out just like the album, the photo shoot, the music videos, the concepts, things of that nature. What do you think of the cover, the album cover?
I like it.
You love the cover?
And the fact that you just told me that you're tripping, it's definitely giving that orange tone.
Yeah.
The psychedelic feel.
Mm-hmm.
And then how, so who did the artwork exactly?
So my photographer, Lexi Moon. Shout out
to Lexi.
Yeah, she took the photo. She takes most of my photos as of now. And as far as like the edit of the cover and stuff like that, I did. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I was so nervous about that shit too, like the cover, because like it's so vulnerable.
Really,
it felt so vulnerable for me. Yeah, I've never displayed myself in such a way. I felt like as an artist.
I love it.
And but that's how I knew that I was supposed to like lean into it, because if you don't feel scared about your art, then I mean it sucks. That's kind of like my metric. Like, it's too safe. Like, you're not meant to be safe as an artist. You're meant to push boundaries and make people think and, challenge status quos and XYZ things. And, as I remember that, I was like, oh, yeah, nah, like, that's the cover. So I had to kind of get over my little queasiness or whatever. But the queasiness was kind of like an affirmation to me, like this is it.
Right. You gotta.
And then when I posted it, niggas was like, oh shit, this is hard.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. So from transitioning producing like hip hop and then moving into dance music, what has that been like for you?
It was like being the new kid at school all over again.
Not the new kid.
No, dead ass.
Really?
Because like for the past 5 years or whatever, literally all of my connections and relationships have been in hip hop and R&B, of course, because it's like the black space, right? And then once I put out my house album, I had no idea. I was like, wait a minute. Who the fuck do I send this to? You like,
not who you know what I'm saying?
So I was literally like, oh shit. Like, I had to literally like start from ground zero trying to find like connections in this space, like this whole different genre, because the music industry is it's literally like high school, bro. And it's so funny and annoying in that same way, because it's like, they're dead ass like different worlds, but it's all the same school. Like, it's all in that same like umbrella or house or whatever. But like niggas in hip hop for real and R&B, like in that stereotypical space, whatever, like they don't know shit about what's going on in Latin or reggae, house, or XYZ. It's like everyone got their like big ass cliques or gangs or whatever. But it was cool though, in retrospect, because it just exemplified and expanded the world of Seven. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just makes me a bigger brand.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? A global brand.
Exactly.
Which is what I am.
Congrats to you for stepping out of your comfort zone.
Thank you.
I think it's cool as hell.
Thank you.
So, House of Divine, you purposely meant to leave the E off of house?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, you just decided to create all
Yeah,
this
shout out
stuff
to Mike J.
on your house.
Yeah, shout out to Mike J.
Divine.
Mike J is a fashion designer. We collaborated on that.
Okay.
And he did amazing work.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he was so, like, in his head about it. He's like, bro, I don't know. I'm like, dude, this shit is hard, bro. Like, this shit is crazy.
Right.
We're putting this everywhere. So, he designed all of the merch. I just gave him the ideas and gave him free reign.
Wow.
And, yeah, he designed that. So, shout out to him. If you're watching this, go get a shower, bath mat, a coffee mug, a shirt. You know, house music, house decor.
Are the shirts all online?
All online, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's your vendor?
My vendor, Teespring.
Ooh,
Yeah,
look
Teespring.
at you.
I'm putting out the gem.
Yeah, I was looking
Teespring.
at the blue shirt. I was like, hopefully he bring us some stickers.
Man, I need
more stickers for my laptop.
I got you. I promise. Next time I see you, I'm gonna give you as many as you want. I swear to God.
All right, cool. So, back to the production company. The visual of House of Divine.
Yeah.
Text Me a Love Story.
Text Me a Love Story is the short film attached to the album, like the visual album per se. Yeah. What you want to say?
Did you come up? No. So, what was the overall shooting like? Did you have a story, like a visual in mind of what you wanted it to be, like even with the EP, like, because you have.
Yes, I mean everything is.
House of Divine is my favorite. I'm not gonna lie.
On the album.
Yeah.
Mine too, I think.
I like it.
Mine too, I think.
Cause it's like it starts off, you and the young lady are meeting, and it's like your entire love story, like the ups and downs.
Yeah.
What made you come up with it?
Man, cause I always say that I'm an R&B nigga in real life.
Oh wow, you be listening to old school R&B?
Oh yeah, no, we got some shit cracking.
What?
Like, I can't wait to meet like that artist for me on the R&B side.
Okay.
Because we gonna restore the feeling.
Right.
But I'm an R&B nigga in real life, right?
Okay.
And I feel like romance is just something that is a thrill for me, like I do it more so for me than the women that I'm dating. And
that's honest though.
And but hey, it's two birds and one stone. Like we both win, right? But like in the music though, like I wanted to just kind of like tell a love story, a black love story in a black genre being house music, right? Real good drugs, right? And but to emphasize the element of successful relationships is conflict, right? Because especially now, I feel like we romanticize so much that like it gets lost in translation and perception of like what it really takes to have sustainable relationships, right? And conflict is something that you cannot avoid. Conflict is something that you need to build a bond. Like I feel like conflict is like the cement to a bond. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't really real until it gets tested for real. You feel me?
Yeah.
And that's what I hope that people take away from seeing the visual of House of Divine is the element of conflict at the end, and then how we was able to come back to love, because that's the most important thing about it. You know what I'm saying? So yes.
And you and your co-star had so much chemistry.
We did. We looked cute.
She was such a beautiful young lady. She is a beautiful young lady. I was here for it.
Yeah, she looked cutie pie.
What was your most favorite visual to shoot?
My favorite one, I think it was in between House of Divine and Forwards.
I thought you was about to say Frequency.
You said yours is Frequency?
I thought she was about to say Frequency.
Nah. I wasn't. See, look at you, little freak nasty. Little freak leak. But nah, that was cool too. But like, I like the purity of House of Divine and Forwards, because like, it showed us in like a real natural state of just like enjoyment, like friendship,
right?
And it showed friendship. You feel me? And I feel like going back to like relationships, like so many people, when they date, they just completely skip friendship in that element. And like the friendship is everything. If you ain't got that, you ain't got shit. You ain't got shit. Dang.
Nothing.
For sure.
Yeah, so when can we expect another visual? Another EP?
I don't know. I wanna it's funny you say that, cause I've been thinking really loosely, guys. Like, don't hold me to this. But I've been thinking about picking up DJing just to like
You can come back and you gonna be up here DJing with us.
I could.
You will.
I could. See, I will. The room is in agreement.
You will.
The room is in agreement. So I guess I might.
That.
Yeah, that's what I've been thinking about. Just to kind of like be the music producer that owns a podcast at those parties at his podcast and then spins his own music at his parties through he owns his podcast. Right?
Yeah.
But like that's what I was thinking. But I don't know yet because like who knows, time and shit, whatever. But
you got it.
But as far as like music from 7 by 7,
okay.
Let's see what the year. What the year brings.
What are we currently working on?
We're currently.
You sent it to me.
We're currently working on. Yes, we're currently wrapping up an album. Ronnie Do Good and I is another artist that I've locked in with. We have a single right now coming out on June 2nd, 2 days before Squeeze London, and I'm excited about that.
I'm about to go to London with you.
Please come on, let's go. Y'all want to go too?
All we need is an invitation. No team. We'll promote Squeeze. No, let's having go. It made with Squeeze in London.
Let's do it. But you know,
can we play it?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I guess we got disconnect to the speaker. That's fine. How long did this take?
The production or the album?
The song.
The song. Ronnie's amazing, man. Ronnie.
Shout out to Ronnie.
Shout out to Ronnie Do Good, man. Ronnie's amazing. I think I sent him that song. I made that beat at my studio, Castle Hill.
Okay.
And I think that I made it in August, maybe. I think I made it in August. I sent Ronnie that song in November.
What?
And he sent it. Ronnie works quick too. Like, I think he sent it back in like a week, maybe, or something like that. Maybe less than that. And I was so interested in how he did that because I was not expecting him to do that. You know,
with your song.
Yeah.
What did you hear?
I have no idea.
It wasn't just as massive as this.
Yeah, no. This is a fucking smash. This is a smash. You know, just like see how you move, like you can't help but move. Like,
you gonna mix this?
Oh yeah, nah, for sure. But when he made that, he sent it back to me. I was like, oh no, we're out of here. Like this is a fucking hit. And yeah, the rest is history.
When is it dropping? When can we stay tuned?
June the 2nd.
It's called Right Now.
Right Now. It's called Right Now.
Yeah, June the 2nd.
June 2nd, 2023. Ooh. June the 2nd, 2023. Ooh. Right Now, Ronnie Do Good, produced by 7, will be in your phones and available for purchase everywhere.
I love it, 7.
Available to dance everywhere.
Okay, so before we sign off for today, I want to ask you, what do you want to leave with having it made? Who you are as a person, your journey.
Who am I as a person? Who is 7? Who is 7, man? 7 is a Renaissance man who really just wants to watch anime and eat cereal all day. Yeah. And do cool, dope shit. Be innovative. Make money. What kind of cereal? My favorite cereal. All right, so check. If I tell you my favorite cereals. Wait, hold on. Is this a safe space? Whenever someone says it's a safe space and then people say, of course, it's never a safe space. It's never a safe space. But I'm going to tell you guys anyway. My favorite cereal is Crunchy Raisin Bran with granola. See? See, right, real nigga in the building, right? Crunchy raisin bran with the granola, right?
Okay.
Honey bunches of oats.
Okay.
And Reese's Puff.
I love that.
Those are my 3 favorite cereals. Yes. So, because usually niggas clown me for raisin bran. Like, you eat raisin bran? Like, yes, nigga, it's good. Good fiber and everything. It's
right.
fire. But, yeah, man, I just want to be innovative in everything I do. Honestly, I want to, I can't even say I want to change the world because I am changing the world. So I just want to continue to change the world. Let me say that. I want to continue to change the world. And just be fine. Make my money. Go home. Watch anime.
Go back and forth from London.
Yeah,
Global.
man. Just do some cool shit, man. That's really good.
Well, Seven, I want to say thank you so much for joining us
thank you for
today.
having me, man. Thank you all.
Having me made with Seven.
Yes.
It's so good to have you.
Thank you. You were an amazing host.
Oh, thank you.
Amazing host. What a safe, beautiful space. You got me talking for sure.